Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Monkey 2. So, at the beginning of this episode, I'm just going to let you know I haven't really been posting very much because I kind of sort of got a job and because of my brother's wedding. So I could have worked really hard beforehand to get a bunch of videos up early, but obviously I did not. So here, just showing off that I've got 99% or 100% of all the blops and pretty much everywhere except a couple 98% and a 97 on stage 5, but I'll deal with that later. And then I got pretty much 100% on everything. Just need 100% of these two, and then I need to get diamond rank. But just showing that off, just cause. Not sure where exactly I left off at the end of the last episode. However, I do have the Doom Burst, and I have enough money for the solid Doom. And then I've got the right arm, spiky shots, and of course I do have enough money for the Dart Ace because of that, or because of how much money I have. I didn't spend that long, maybe 30 minutes, just grinding to get a bunch of money just because it was fun. And then I've got level 6 on a bunch of research, and again, I don't know exactly where I left off on the last episode or how much you remember, but just showing off that that's where I am. So I'm actually going to start off this episode a little bit, going into it, into this Mount Magma thing, or level, and I remember the last time, or the first time I was playing through this game, I was having, or wait a minute, hardware, not software, to make everything look a little bit cooler and run a little bit slower, because that's just how it works. But anyways, the first time I was playing this game, before I knew like what upgrades to get and everything, I was using what was I using? I was using a lot of boomerang thrower stuff, and I think I've mentioned this before in other videos, but I was using a lot of boomerang thrower stuff. And when I got to the stage 3, or zone 3, like stage 5 and everything, I was having a lot of trouble with all the lead. And I was thinking like, yeah, it's just going to be for this zone. Like once I get to the next zone, there's not going to be that much lead. And then there's just a whole bunch of lead in this zone. And it was just really frustrating because I was really struggling with the lead from the last time, which is why research is really important, especially once you get to this point. Because while you're solid, well, I don't have the solid Doom yet. I do have enough money to get it, but I want to get through the this first stage without it first, and then show you how easily I can get through it with the solid Doom Burst, just to kind of show a little compare and contrast of how strong it really is. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, even though I do have the Tech Tree Core ability, it's still kind of hard to get through lead because they're shielded, and even though the core ability is really strong, it's not able to just destroy everything right off the right on the spot. So having research for my spiky shots in order to give them lead popping ability is really helpful. Even though, like I've said, or like I've shown, even just those like little green clusters that I'm shooting right now, those would be really powerful if I didn't have as much firepower as I do right now. Like if you have basically any of the other upgrade paths, I guess, they're not really as good against stuff. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just not good at using them. But as far as I know, this is the best. This is the best path to research and to upgrade. I guess upgrade path. So it seems a little bit unbalanced for the game, but I mean, it's not like a super huge production. It's just one of the spin-off game type stuff. But anyways, as you might have noticed, these are kind of like, they're supposed to be sort of like scorpion tails, I guess, that are just sort of shooting out at me, and I'm just able to defeat them really fast, and the game is having a little trouble keeping up with me, or the stage is having a little trouble keeping up with my awesome destructive power. And yeah, so again, kind of sorry for not posting very much at all this month. I'm not even 100% sure when this episode is going to go up, but with my brother's wedding, I was really busy helping set up, and then actually attending the wedding, and then taking everything down and cleaning up and everything. But I also, I say kind of have a job, because I haven't actually started the job yet, and they haven't specifically said, you got the job yet. But I had a couple interviews, and they went well, and then I'm supposed to be going in for orientation later today. So basically, yeah, I have a job. It's just I haven't actually started it, so I'm not really sure if it's right to say that I have the job if I haven't even started it. But anyways, that's going to be taking up some time. It's only a part-time job, so it's not going to be like all of my hours are spent on the job and I can never post videos again or anything. I'm just probably going to be posting less videos, maybe. I'm not really sure if there's any series that you want me to stop for some reason, then by all means let me know. But anyways, so now I went through once with the Doom burst, and now I've got the solid Doom, which makes my person look a little bit different, right? Yeah, okay. He does look different. And he looks pretty cool the way he does. So now I'm just going to replay the level and see how much better I do with the solid Doom burst. And it's not an actual solid beam. It just has a much faster attack rate, which makes it seem a little bit more like a solid Doom Ray thing. But obviously it's not completely solid. And it is very helpful with getting rid of all these lead. Because as you can see, I did much better on that one. And I'm not sure if I did better just because I was focusing on it more, or if it was just because of the awesome destructive power of the solid Doom burst. So now that I've got that, I think I might go with some more research before I upgrade to the to that other activated ability thing. Not really sure where I'm going to go with this. I'm open to suggestion because I'm probably only going to record this one stage today, so that after I post it, I'll actually be able to hear your feedback before I start going on with the rest of the stage and or rest of the zone. So please do leave your feedback on whether or not you'd like to see me post, or not post, but see me upgrade my activated ability arm upgrade stuff, or if you'd prefer what's it called? If you prefer I do the the research. And also there's something else that I want to do first. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Scratch that. If you have suggestions, sure, you can leave them, but instead of either of the two options that I said I was going to work on, I'm going to work on something that I'll talk about at the end of this level. That will be sort of like a surprise, but it's not really a surprise because it's just, I'm going to tell you at the end of the level, so it's not really that big of a surprise. And it's nothing really worth being surprised about. It's just, I don't know, I feel like, hey, this is an opportunity to be all secretive and stuff, so why not be all secretive? But, yeah. So as you can see, the Solid Doom is really helpful with getting rid of more of this lead. However, I think more research is probably what I need to be able to get rid of it more, I guess. Or I suppose I could use like the magic final tier of abilities or whatever, just to get through the lead quicker, but or the bombs. But I've never really had much success with either of those because the bombs on the arms, they're not that accurate and they don't have very good attack rate. So they never seemed that powerful to me. Maybe when they're fully researched and everything, they are really good, but they've never been very good for me. And then same for the magic. It's basically just like a giant flamethrower, which is really cool, and I really enjoy it. And I wish it was strong enough for me to really enjoy its power, because it just doesn't have the same popping power as I want it to. It doesn't seem strong enough to pop through as well as everything that I have. Plus it has a much shorter range, so that's also a problem, or a downside, I guess. But yeah, so that's why I always go with these, because it's just, like I've said before, forward-facing destruction, where basically just everything in front of you in a relatively straight line is just going to get destroyed because of how powerful these upgrades are, because they can obviously have super fast attack rate, and really good rate of fire, or that's what I just said, attack rate and rate of fire, but good piercing power and all that. Plus they cover each other's weaknesses pretty well. So yeah, that's why I think it's just pretty awesome, and I like the way that the spiky shots sort of follow the same. Anyways, I totally lost my train of thought. Well, kind of lost my train of thought, but anyways, the Moap activated ability, the legendary Moap, does massive damage to shields and shreds through most balloons on screen once pressures click the toggle on. So that I'm going to get, and I'm assuming a lot of people are going to guess that the Moap is the mother of all pineapples. I'm going to guess it's something more awesome than that. But anyways, I'm just going to buy all these upgrades as much as I can. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to afford all of it right at the moment. So yeah, still need a little bit more for the Mega Fruits, and I'm going to need 14,000 for the Moap. But the reason I want to get that is because, like I said, it basically just destroys everything on screen, which is really helpful. But let's just look at how he looks with the pineapple. I'll show off all the upgrades later. But as for right now, I'm going to call that an episode. And that's going to be it for this episode. I should probably get some more upgrades on stuff, but this is going to be 6,000, 8,000, 10,000, and then an extra 23,000. So that's like, not 23,000, 2,300. So that's like 12,000 that I need to get in order to get the next round of upgrades. So anyways, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.